Hey everyone, today we're back in the Golden Pack, and as you can see, I have the achievements checked. We're doing more achievement hunting. So this is obviously after I've done the runs in these videos, so the pets I got the achievements for are checked off. So let's see what we have left. It's the Bulldog, the Silk Moth. I'm really surprised I don't have both of those actually. Those are like decent tier 1s. Sea Turtle, another surprise. Flying Fish, great combo. Surprised I don't have both of those. Vaquita, another good pet to use. Saiga Antelope, Cockatoo, great scaler. I'm really surprised at these pets, so it shouldn't be too hard to finish this out. But yeah, let's get into this run. I get two pets here that are lower tiers. The first one in this run being tier 3 summon pet, the Osprey. And I wanted to first note about the Osprey. They are incredible in real life. And I used to live in San Diego. I actually went to college at San Diego State. And driving around San Diego, it's a heavy military area. And you see these they're helicopters, but they have double propellers. Like imagine a helicopter, but it has plane wings, and coming off the wings are two propellers. And yeah, those are Ospreys. And I would see those flying around. Like I'd be driving home from work on the freeway, and you just hear this massive noise, and you look up and there's like 5 Ospreys just flying in formation over you, and you're like, oh dear Lord, like God bless America. So yeah, anyway, all that aside, let's jump into the run. You can see we got an early Osprey, which is great. And I'm probably going to call it Osprey. I really... we'll figure out what the real way to say it is later. I always just sink into it. So let's see where we're at. No wins yet. 3 hearts. And this run, I have this Babussi going, which is a typical thing I do in Golden Pack. You'll see me force Babussi buffs pretty much the whole way up. But this run, I kind of wanted to do like a summon team, or like with the Osprey without much scaling. So yeah, it's going to be minimal scaling, and we're going to try to basically get the team set and ride it out. And you see the Secretary Bird comes in. Early Secretary Bird is incredible. And it's working out. Team feels super strong right now. Already Secretary Bird 1.5. Already Osprey 2.66 waiting. It is just such a great run right now. 2 pets in the front are just here to be sold. They're just hanging around, which is fine. Gonna try to sell them for some sort of summon pets. I would prefer not to go slugs out of the gate. I would prefer to wait for like a beluga slug. That was my mindset going into this. And again, I was looking for a little bit of scaling intermediately. I had the Babussi, so there's really no point in going the Sea Lion. I could have replaced one of these for a Sea Lion, but I just didn't want to spend that gold. I wanted to more so just try to get level ups with stuff I had, and level up into better things that are going to stay on my team for the long term. So luckily we get the level up into Wolf, Wolf. I was going to say Husky, but nope. And we immediately get sniped. So I'm like, alright, know what has to be done. We need potatoes, we need possibly pitas. Probably potatoes in the back line, pitas in the middle, front line. Pita's a tough one when you don't have much scaling, because you need to survive a hit, right? So luckily we get a potato at the end. The Secretary Bird level 2 is huge. We get a little bit of scaling on it, which is nice. And the level 2 Babussi is going to be buffing this wolf, which is perfect. And now we're starting to run in a scaling team. So it's pretty scary. These teams are the problem. You'll see in this run, we actually take care of them for the most part, which is incredible. It's the power of the Secretary Bird, really. And there's a beluga whale, so that's incredible. I was sitting on that wolf in the shop for a long time, thinking if I should put it in the beluga whale, but I'd be wasting a summon, so I figured, you know what, I'll hold out for a slug. The team feels pretty strong. We're going to get rid of this Babussi for something else anyway, so yeah, we can just go a Beluga without any scaling. I was hoping the Beluga did not get hit by the Babussi, because then I could have just pivoted off of him again. But that's fine. Beluga's great. It's what I wanted. It's going to maximize our summons. And you see a semi-scaled team, but shouldn't really be a problem when you have level 2 Wolf and level 2 Secretary Bird and level 3 Osprey. I did it again. I keep saying it different ways. Yeah, level 3 Secretary Bird would be incredible. Let's protect our Wolf. And let's eat the Slug. Kind of all works out perfect, except for the fact that we have not replaced this Babussi yet. But that's fine. The team still feels really strong. I was really looking to do some Pterodon stuff. I'll get some Pterodon video going later. One of my favorite pets, used to be at least. And I think it could still be really, really fun now with stuff like how this team's kind of using it. But yeah, I think you could do more with it, especially in custom packs. And you see the power of the Secretary Bird right now. It's just incredible level 2. That showed me if I could push it level 3, we're just going to be set. The glory of this run going for the achievement and just going for one achievement like this is we got the Osprey level 3 so long ago that we could really do whatever we want. So I figured Nyala's good. We're already getting a little bit of trumpets. Let's get our Golden Retriever a little bigger. Get a banana on the front for the monkey. It's an extra summon. Hopefully that gets us an extra trigger on the Secretary Bird. I didn't really see where we were when the wolf faints and then when the last pig faints to see if we need to get an extra trigger. So we'll try to see right here. Because this is incredible. Look how statted this team is, by the way. It's probably going to be a loss. Because all of our stats their flea just mowed through us. So yeah, it looks like it was the right trigger amount. And it's actually not that far off, considering how many stats they had. Level 3 Manatee, you gotta respect it. Good luck keeping that boy alive. It's so much fun when you invest in a Manatee and you're just like, I need pita breads, I need potatoes, give me something. And yeah, kind of just rolling down the turn, unfortunately. Not much improvement there. So pretty scary considering we just lost a life. What are we at? 8 trophies, and it's another meta stat team. Bird of Paradise. It's incredibly scary. We have 2 hearts though, but yeah, I had a couple runs like this where I was going for achievements, and when you start going late, we're not even that late in Golden Pack, but when you start getting to like round 15 plus, you're consistently running into these teams, or the 4 squad Manta Ray teams, and they're all 50-50, or approaching 50-50 at that point. And you can see it's actually pretty close, but their pita bread and their tomato I think would have gotten us in the end. But it's not that far off considering how big that team was. So I'm thinking, okay, we have Secretary Bird 3. That's actually huge. That should make our wolf a 50-50. And I just throw an apple on the Secretary Bird because I'm like, you gotta have some hope somewhere, right? You gotta hold on to all hope you have. Else, what are we even doing here? They have 42 trumpets, a level 2 Nurse Shark. But the good thing is, the 2 units that they're gonna hit are 2 units with potatoes. So we just completely tank the hits. We only take 8 damage instead of 18. They still have 36 trumpets. But if you can see, our wolf has over 36 health. Well, now it's 50. Our wolf has 50 attack. So it's a fair trade. And obviously, we get one more Secretary Bird trigger, and it's more than enough with our 11 trumpets in the tank. So considering the previous round I lost, and then this round happened, I was like, oh, we might have done it. Give me anything. Pretzel on the Osprey. I figured if the Osprey can get a KO before the wolf gets there and get that favorable trade, that'd be huge. But more importantly, we just need our Secretary Bird to survive. So spread out a little bit of stats, send it, full send, all in. What do we get? They don't have that many stats. Why are they going Highland Cow without getting a lot of stats? Did their slug have more stats than the Highland cow, so it triggered first? That would be crazy. Kind of scary with the falcon, but luckily it only knocks out our beluga first. And is it going to get an osprey? Because of our pita bread. Oh, they have the emu. Never mind. Falcon's still in play. 1 health. That's big. I mean, look at our backline. Look at our wolf, right? They have 21 trumpets. I don't know why I was keeping this slow. It's an overwhelming victory. It's not even close. Potatoes are huge. And yeah, it's the Osprey achievement. So I'm actually going to show a quick bonus clip of like me going for the low statted teams and the Goliaths I was running into at the end. Obviously later turns than this, but I was trying to do the whole like no scaling. And then we'll get into the second achievement run. All right, jumping into this one, it's turn 16, 8 wins, 3 hearts. So we're in a healthy position here. I think I got rid of my last scaler for a warthog, and it doesn't make too much sense getting a warthog when you don't have scaling. Actually, check that. I think I got rid of the last scaler for a grizzly bear because I had a bunch of them show up. So a super high roll run here, but it's turn 16. And this is a low statted trumpet team, so I'm showing this one first because this is the last win that we get. The grizzly bear is so strong when it can get the triggers. The osprey worked nice with the grizzly bear. Obviously I'm going for the osprey achievement here. That's the only thing. And there's not much I can do to the team, so I'm like tossing lettuces and just going for like a warthog 3. It's not good. And we run into absolute Goliaths. Almost 50-50 across the board. And the crazy thing is, we actually do a good amount of work against them. And I kind of recognized at this point, I'm really close to getting 2 grizzly bear triggers. If I could get another grizzly bear trigger, it's probably way better than some of this other stuff I have going on here. So I basically kind of forego another turn, and I look for Beluga Slug, and I get it. So I figure if I could Beluga Slug in front of PDF and basically get another Grizzly trigger, maybe we can get through these Goliaths. I mean, look at this guy running double bop. You've already got a level 3 bop, McEbad. Why do you need a level 1 bop? I'm just trying to have some fun, man. I get it, because as we'll see in my Hercules Beetle achievement, I run one of those teams. I get a super statted team. It's super meta. There's the Durian on the Beluga to get the slug in there. Level 3 Warthog is pretty nice, but we just don't have stats on it. And look at this team. Oh, the poor turtles. What are you doing? What's happening? What are we doing? This is ridiculous. I have such a good team. Look how weak they're getting. They're actually like kind of close. We're gonna get another grizzly trigger too. Look at this. I mean, like, that's pretty impressive considering how many stats they had. But it's just not even close, so. Alright, starting this one off on turn 7. We only have 3 trophies and 3 hearts remaining. So, if you see, Hercules Beetle at 2.66 with good stats already, 14-16. Got a Weasel cooking, 8-11 stats. Got a Manatee, early Manatee, because it's at 2-1 health. That means it was a turn 5 Manatee. It being turn 7, you know what we're looking for. We don't bring in the Weasel. We bring in the Babosy. But we don't bring in the Weasel because there's only one thing we're looking for. And that's a Banana Tea. We get the Banana Tea, but not for long, because the Banana Tea only means one thing. We get a Monkey and Golem pack. So, hardcore scaling. I was planning on a Bop run, but I was like, hey, I'll go Monkey Babosy. We don't really need Bop at this point. We can just ride this out. Bring in tier 4 or just wait for a tier 5 at the Pied Tamarin position. It really doesn't matter. And I see the Silver Fox. And I'm like, we got the Weasel. the Babussi is going to buff the Silver Fox next turn. So if we can just preserve this heart. Well, we have 3 hearts. It's not the end of the world if we lose it. But with this gold generation too, it's pretty incredible. And it's close, but we lose the heart. Not a big deal. And this team's probably going to take off now. There's level 3. There's a Warthog there, which would have been great, but I wouldn't get the Babussi buffs. So I figured the Silver Fox is probably best to leave in. Let's maximize our Babussi buffs and really set the team up to either pivot to Bop or pivot to something like, I don't know, Highland Cow. I don't really remember what I all did in this run in the end. So let's see together. So I'm taking avocados already, preparing for the Bop next turn. Super confident. Either going to get rid of Monkey or Babussi. Babussi's definitely more scaling, but the Monkey just got those stats. The Falcon's incredibly scary, and the Secretary Bird just replenishing it. We get the kill, but not quite enough, so go down to 1 heart. Very, very scary. But we have the level up, we have a ton of gold. And I figured I didn't want to just start selling a bunch of stuff, but I didn't want to hard roll for Bop. Luckily we get it. And I kept the Monkey because I figured if I get the Monkey level 2, it'll be essentially better than that level 2 Babussi. So if we get a couple of Silver Fox triggers, which is exactly what we want to see here, we're going to get a couple of Silver Fox triggers. We're going to be really set with our Bop scaling next turn, especially if we can push it level 2 pretty quick. Ooh, that's a big Retriever and Saiga Antelope. That's kind of scary. So now the team should absolutely take off. I really could replace this Monkey with something, like an in-battle ability pet. Not really finding what I was looking for, so I took that 1 pretzel, but then luckily we get Bop level 2, and we get Avocado. I'm not worried about having an open buy-sell slot or anything because we have so much gold generation on a turn, so if we waste it, kind of like don't maximize the trigger, right? We only got 4 of 7 last turn. It's not the end of the world to me. The scaling should be better than what most people are doing. You know, this guy's got the scaling set up, but I think our money generation's so good that we're going to be surpassing him in stats. So 7 trophies. I'm spamming avocados and pretzels. I just want anything I can get. There's double pretzel, which is great. Freeze the other one. Chocolate, great. Chocolate, not the greatest because it's so late in the game and like we don't have any in-battle abilities really. So, but gotta spend gold on something, and there's not too much food in the golden pack. Coconuts are devastating. Wildebeest is one of the best units and one of the most fun units to use. And yeah, I think I'm gonna let this game kind of ride out in the end. Get a little music going, a little funky music. Been playing some funny stuff. So yeah, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna keep the quest to 100% on all my achievements going. Golden pack, as you saw, I don't have too many more difficult ones to go. So I'll probably try to clean them up in 1 or 2 more videos. And yeah, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.